It felt great. Real eager as of late, trying to get back out there and be with my teammates and do what I love to do. So to get back out there on the floor, play some playoff basketball, and get a big win tonight. It was huge. It was a good feeling. The crowd was crazy, and obviously we did what we needed to do in these first two games, going up 2-0 and have our game travel to New Orleans.
Steph, you were shaking your legs, you were clapping, you were standing up. How long did it feel to get to that 420 mark when you finally got to go in there and then to hit that first shot?
That's it, 420. It was an eternity. It felt like, for sure. When lights come back on after starting lineups, you're usually in that goal kind of mind frame, and I had to kind of pace myself and be patient with it. Seemed like it took forever, but it was a good feeling to get back out on the floor and just let loose and have fun.
Kevin, you guys have been playing some grit and grind games. Like, when Steph is on the court, how does that change, like, the energy and the pace, and can you feel it?
On offense, definitely picks the pace up for us, but I think defensively we stick to the same principles. When Steph's not out there, it's not a lot of the off-ball movement, the space. Stuff is obviously it's different having him out there, but when he's out there, he's creating just pace with his movement off the ball, just in the pick and roll. Then you got two shooters in the corners with him and Draymond in the pick and roll. That just spreads the floor out for us even more. So I think on the defensive side of the ball, we still stick with what we do.
Steph, it didn't take long for you to score, and we saw the tunnel shot beforehand. Were there any other signals kind of leading up to this week in terms of your regimen workouts that you felt like you're going to be back to normal?
Yeah, if you put the time in, I've been working hard on my body, trying to get my conditioning right, and stay strong, stay mobile and whatnot, and all my workouts and all that. So when I got back on the floor, I'd have confidence in myself to keep doing what I usually do. But most of it has come from just being around my guys. The last couple weeks of the playoffs and the last 10 games of the regular season, just staying close, try to stay as plugged in as possible, so that mentally when you get back out there, you're locked in on the game plan and understanding what we need to do to win games, especially in the playoffs. So all that type of stuff really just helped me transition back pretty quick.
Back right corner.
Right here, guys. You guys have been here before, but what do you anticipate when you go up 2-0 in the series and then you got to go on the road and play that game 3, against a team that's probably going to be desperate to get that win?
The first quarter, game 3 is important for us to really set a tone. I understand our defense needs to travel and be our calling card as we go to New Orleans, because there's many runs that they can put up and their crowd gets into it. It's a different environment, so that'll be the key for us to bring that energy, that effort, those first 12 minutes, and then be able to sustain it. And honestly, we can really seize control of the series by how we show up in those first moments of the game. If we really lock in and do what we're supposed to do.
Kevin, you saw the exchange between Rondo and Draymond. What happened in your eyes at halftime?
I didn't even see it. Those two guys just talking. I had a conversation before halftime, and I don't even know what they said, but it was nothing.
Kevin, you had, I think, 14 on 6 and 17 in the first 3 quarters, and I think 15 in the fourth on 5 and 6. What got you going late?
I settled down. I was rushing in the first half, first 3 quarters, rushing my shots. I'm more of a setup shot type of guy. Just figure stuff out, see the floor, and just then operate. And I was rushing a little bit too much. Then I missed a few, trying to find it, so quickly. Shoot a quick 3 or not be disciplined in my fundamentals on my shot. But I just tried to slow down in the fourth. My teammates did a good job of, slowing the pace for me and finding me in the post and moving off the ball as well to give me some space to work. And I was able to knock some shots down.
Steph, when you make the free throws, the crowd cheers MVP, MVP. How much fun do you have? How much like?
just focus on knocking out free throws. That's really about it. Our crowd's crazy in general, and whatever opportunity they have to kind of pick us up and create that home court advantage that we rely on, that's big for us.
Phil, middle here.
Steph, you've seen it a lot before. In that second quarter when Draymond is tipping out rebounds and dunking and yelling and glaring at people, does that just all feel like a good sign for the Warriors?
We love his intensity, and when it's channeled in productive plays, and whether it's stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, or if it does, we really rely on that. And he's been playing amazing this whole playoff run, taking the challenge defensively, whoever he's guarding, being an initiator on offense, knocking down shots, timely shots like he did in the fourth tonight. So it's fun to watch, and when his emotions like that, and he's having fun doing what he's doing, that's a big pick up for us as a team.
Back to the back middle.
Kevin, what's Steph like when you can't play basketball?
That's a good question. Very anxious. A couple days ago in practice, he just couldn't stop running and jumping and making weird noises. So I'm glad he's back. I was a little worried about him for a second.
Back right corner.
Oh, how tough? AD and Drew were held to 0 free throws tonight. How tough is it to play physical defense with those guys, but also stay disciplined and keep them on the free throw line?
It's key. I mean, those guys are the most aggressive guys on the team. And I think they're really legit scorers, and they don't just go all into the paint and try to get all layups and free throws. They guys are good at the mid range, good at the 3-point line. So I think we did a good job of just staying between them and the basket and not getting caught in their hips. That's when they usually get to the free throw line. When you get caught in their hip, and they can use their body to kind of shield you off, and then you're trying to block a shot and you swipe them over the shoulder or on the arm or something like that. So just staying between them and the basket and just trying to make them shoot over you. I think we did a solid job of that. We have to be better, but both those guys shot 24 shots, and Drew had 24 points and AD had 25. So they're gonna make tough ones, but if we continue to just let they get high volume shots and the same amount of points, I think we can live with that.
Last one for Ron.
Steph, as much as you might enjoy shooting off the dribble, coming up court, what's it like to move without the ball for 10, 15 seconds to get a shot? And how have you sort of learned that or honed that over the years?
It's always been a part of my game. High school, college, even in the pros, just trying to be versatile, whether you're on the ball, off the ball, still be a threat. Honestly, I watched a lot of Reggie growing up, and that was a guy that was the master at that, deception, change of speed, being physical, setting up guys coming off of screens and whatnot, and being able to turn that energy into squaring up and knocking down the shot. So, that's something that our offense is predicated on. If you don't have the ball in your hands, you can set screens, you can come off screens, you can move, and still be a threat on the ball and open up so much space on the court. And at the opposite end of the day, you got to knock down shots and be ready to step up and do that when it's called for.
Great, thank you. Holiday, Davis, and Rondo are coming in right now.